So I've had this mini bike tucked away in the corner for going on about a year now. I haven't touched it in a while because of the old Mustang, but I think it's finally time to get some work done on this whole thing. So let's pull it out. All right, here she is. This is a Baja Warrior mini bike. Pretty much the same frame as those Coleman CT200EX. It is front suspension, pretty sweet. I bought it pretty much stock, just missing a couple of things, for $100. So pretty great deal. Only thing I've really done to it since I bought it is I shortened these front front forks about 6 inches. So they don't fit that big old wide tire anymore. Now they're gonna fit this. This is a 10-inch rim on a pretty slim tire. Got that from Go Power Sports. So I did shorten this all, built some custom triple clamps, but they are just tack welded together. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do, go ahead and finish weld those, make sure everything's straight, get that all set up. All right, we're all finished welding. Now I think it's time to tear this thing down to bare frame. All right, engine's out. I definitely didn't drop the bike multiple times trying to pull that thing out. Got the rest of the frame completely tore down. I'm gonna go ahead and pressure wash this thing, get it ready for paint. Went ahead and started painting some stuff off camera. Got the rear fender in for white. And I know it has a lot of texture on it because it had some thick paint. And I did not feel like spending the rest of my day sanding that stuff off, so that's gonna have to work. And then I use my favorite chrome paint. This is Iron Lac. I can only find it at Home Depot. Sorry, Hobby Lobby. But it is awesome. It is a real chrome finish. Went ahead and painted the forks and then started on the rim. All right, for the gas tank and the rear fender, I'm gonna try something I've been wanting to try for a long time, that I've been seeing all over the internet. That is using some of this lace to do like some old school lowrider lace paint. So we're gonna give it a shot. I hope it comes out well. All right, we got the tank about ready for paint. Got it sanded down and taped off. I'm gonna hit it with a coat of adhesion promoter, and then our base, which is a satin white here. Just got it back from base coat. Went ahead and taped up with a little pattern we're doing. Gonna throw on the lace. All right, I just finished the gas tank and I could not be happier. Came out super cool. Really impressed with that lace paint. And I did go around the edge with this. It's a pinstriping tape, just like a little vinyl tape went around the edge, and I think it looks pretty great. So now I'm gonna start on the rear fender and hopefully I can get it to look half as good as this thing. All right, rear fender is also done. Came out just as good, did that same pinstriping tape on it. Still have to clear coat this one and drill some holes to mount it, but looking pretty damn good. All right, if you know me, you know I cannot leave anything alone. I gotta do at least a little pinstriping on every build. So I went ahead and threw this chain cover together. Bluebell, so we're gonna name this bike. Looking pretty sweet. Pretty much on all these builds, I usually do a full recover on all the seats. But this one, the leather's in such good shape. It's got the piping on it. It's just really good, but I want a lighter brown seat. So I went ahead and bought some upholstery. It's like a fabric and leather paint. We're gonna paint this thing and see how this thing works. All right, so far I'm pretty impressed with this stuff. Laid down really nice, but the big test is when it dries, see if it's sticky or cracks when you put some pressure on it. But so far, so good. All right, now that I got all the paint done, I'm gonna start throwing everything back together, get the bike into a roller, make sure everything's looking good before we start working on that engine. So let me get ahead and do that. All right, it is the next day and I went ahead and threw the bike together, and holy cow, it looks good. Got the chrome accents on the rims with the forks, the handlebars, looking super, super good. All right, I just went ahead and threw together the last couple things on the frame of the bike, the seats, fenders, gas tank, stuff like that. Basically got it into a completely finished roller. It's looking pretty damn good. So I'm gonna show you all that real quick. Here she is. Got the custom lace worked rear fender and gas tank. Got the pinstriped chain cover. I was kind of dumb and I completely forgot that there is a bar going right through here, so you can't read it perfectly, but still looks pretty good. Got that custom painted seat on there. Really happy with how that paint worked. It's not sticky. It seems to bend well with the movement of the fabric. Got the grips on there. Super happy with how it's coming. This is probably where we're going to end it at this video. Like I said, we got the frame completely done. Basically all that's left is building the engine, cleaning it up, making sure it runs, and then throwing that torque converter on, getting everything dialed in, making sure it's running right. And then she's completely done. So thank you all so much for watching. We'll finish this thing up next time.